I grew up when I was a little boy, I saw ghosts when I was a little boy, and I hated it. It was in our family, in our house, and I didn't like it. I blew all that off and just wanted to have a regular life, and that's where drinking, drugs, and everything came in there, because that was the only way I thought I could have a normal life, is to forget about everything I know in my head. So this was like a reset. They're like, no, this has gone too far. We're bringing you back to who you are so you can remember. And so the angels I saw, I'm going to call them angels because that's what everybody's used to, but they don't look like, for me, they don't look like angels like you would see in a church. And there's no fallen angel, and there's, and some people hate to hear this. There's no such place as hell. I knew that right away. I knew that as a child. My mom has a funny story about that. When I was a little boy and they took me to church, they talked about hell. I kept telling my mom, that's not true.
What religion were you raised in as a child?
My dad was Catholic. My mom was Baptist. We would go to a Catholic church, Baptist church, we went to an evangelical church, we went to a Protestant church, and I also studied with Jehovah's Witnesses for a short period of time.
Oh, wow. So you
I
get
kept
it.
doing it because I wanted to know I had all this knowledge that I came in with, and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what religion this is clicking with, and none of them.
That's interesting because you came in with all of this interest already, right? When you were born into this body, that automatically you're searching for answers since you're a young kid. So then your near-death experience, basically, did you feel a sudden shift within you where now you were more connected than ever because you've always had this since you were a young boy?
Yeah, when I first came back, I slept it off as I was just dreaming it.
Right.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So, except even though when I was talking to the doctors, when they were going to have me committed, they were going to put me in a home because they thought the sepsis went to my brain. And they told my parents that I had dementia. They said, he's showing signs of dementia. We don't think he's going to be able to come home.
No way.
Yeah, that was the day they sent me back. And I remember that day waking up, and that was hard because it's like I was thrown back in my body. I remember I heard, it sounded like things are being torn. It was loud. I can't even explain it. If you close your eyes and you just imagine like a giant building made of wood, and they were just peeling the wood off it, and they were just peeling. It was loud. It was thunderous. And then God, who I'm going to say God, there's a God. It's just not what people think it is.
I get it. I understand
everything.